I'd like to welcome everyone to our CIOs, AI, and IT Modernization Outlook event today and tomorrow. Greatly appreciative for everyone joining, and there'll be a great deal of others joining also throughout the day and tomorrow and online. And very much appreciative of guests who've traveled quite a long way who we'll introduce shortly, and alumni who've joined from our executive programs and undergraduate, and very appreciative for all of the many speakers that are here. One of the things that I think is really interesting is how technologies that have had a presence and much innovation over the last 30 to 40 years, including AI and quantum, now seem to be converging really quite quickly and with very large ramifications for public and society and jobs and roles. Go to a number of events around the world, and it's, I think, quite striking that the concerns developing countries, developed countries, middle-income countries, really quite similar in a wide range of opinions. And we'll have, I think, a really wonderful discussion of these throughout today and tomorrow, wrapping up with a fantastic panel tomorrow afternoon on AI and education and workforce, where we have faculty and professors, including Ambassador Kozlerich, have a wonderful attorney, Christian Mammon, from California. He's a managing director of his law firm in California, but also a PhD in philosophy from Oxford. And then Brian Woodruff, who a Mason alum and founded a accounting company here about 10 years ago, right from the beginning, with an emphasis on technology and accounting. So I think the discussion will be fantastic. And Nerope Magnon from Costello College of Business. One historical note, so George Mason was one of the founding members of the Federal CIO University way back in 1999, following on to the Klinger-Cohen Act. So with Carnegie Mellon and Syracuse, George Mason. And in fact, we had through the Technology Management Master's Program, our students received the master's degree as well as a certificate from the Federal CIO University. And we had a conference back in 2007, and Dave Wennergren, who was vice chair of the CIO Council of the US government, came and gave a talk. And so Dave is still very active as head of ACT-IAC, the big industry association. But some of the challenges back then, 2006, 2007, on CIO and IT leadership and governance are really quite similar today. And so when we were part of CIO University, Professor Toshio Obi from Waseda University, and also Thammasat and Nectec in Thailand and several universities, with George Mason founded the International Academy of CIOs. So not only is this our conference, but it's kind of a 20-year anniversary of International Academy of CIO. We have four representatives here who are really quite active in the International Academy of CIO and will be giving talks. And so to briefly go through the agenda, so this morning, some introductory welcomes, and then really quite honored that Jamie Holcomb is here, who was vice president now at USAI and also renowned CIO at US Patent and Trademark for many years. And Dr. Hazel, orthopedic surgeon, now CEO of Clodmore Opportunities and Secretary of Health for 8 years in Virginia, are going to be giving the opening talks. Dr. Sak from Thai EDA online, talking about digital governance in Thailand. Joseph Massis from IBM on quantum and the IBM strategy. And then wrapping up the morning is Milos Manik, IEEE Director for Electronics Society, as well as Center Director at VCU, and Ken Wang, Director General, Ministry of Digital Affairs, Republic of China. And then several real treats this afternoon. Poonporn over lunch is going to talk about the new framework, core competency model for IAC, and an AI maturity model that Thailand has developed. A panel on financial services with Bob Ledig, Brian, and John Carlson. Brian was former CIO at CTO at Department of Treasury. And then a discussion of the Commonwealth AI Institute proposal with Megan Barnett, who's heading up the initiative, Vice Provost at UVA, Andre Marshall, our head of research, Milos, and Amarta Shehu, one of the first CISOs, Chief AI Officers at a university in the country. She's at George Mason. And then Luis, head of CCI. And then wrapping up today, a wonderful panel, and many thanks to IBM, CAST, Emergent, and Red Hat for being partners. Louis and Mark giving a talk on digital transformation in the AI era, and wrapping up with a young Seek Kim from UN University, who's worked around the world, including Nigeria, and now a project in Kyrgyzstan on digital transformation, digital development. So I think you'll find the day really fascinating, and tomorrow too, and looking forward to a vibrant discussion. Throughout, we'll have discussants. Lynn Wells is going to be the discussant for this morning to help in focusing some of the talks and asking some questions. So with that, I'd like to introduce our Senior Associate Dean, Cheryl Druehl, who's going to make a few remarks, Senior Associate Dean of Costello College of Business. So thank you, Cheryl. One other major thank you. I'd like to thank Carrie Bolognese, our Director of Federal Outreach and Affairs for George Mason, who is really instrumental in helping all of us at George Mason, but also to our Center of Excellence in Government, Cybersecurity, Risk Management, and Resilience, in working with Congressman Connolly's office. So many thanks, Carrie.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to George Mason University and our new facility, Fuse, which is our innovation and technology building. So we're very excited to have you here with us today. Welcome to the CIOs, AI, and the Outlook for IT Modernization Conference. We have government leaders, as we've alluded to, industry leaders, scholars, practitioners, all here to talk about the emergence of AI, modernization of IT, workforce development, technology, policy, all the things that we are currently grappling with in industry and in academia and policy. George Mason University has always been a forward-thinking university. We focus on the intersection of access to excellence in research, teaching and learning, inclusion, innovation, and public service. Today, Mason is one of the largest universities and most diverse in Northern Virginia, the Commonwealth of Virginia, and also the DC metropolitan area. We pursue our mission and vision through interdisciplinary research, community-driven partnerships, and preparing learners for the world, not only as it is today, but as we see it evolving into, and that's why this important conversation today is taking place, right? Our world is rapidly changing. As JP mentioned, I'm part of the Costello College of Business. We are part of the university's vital mission to serve the region, and we are a nationally competitive center for innovative business collaborations, and we're deeply connected to the Northern Virginia ecosystem of industry and government, startups, and technology leaders. Costello's vision is to be a place of opportunity for students, for businesses, and for the community. And we do that by focusing on student success and career readiness, impactful research, global collaboration, so thank you to our many global partners here today, and on industry engagement. So thank you also to our industry partners here today. And we're investing today in programs that meet the needs of leaders, and especially as we see, again, AI changing really every sector that we're involved with. Our director of Costello Executive Education is here, and she has a table out there, so I'd like to invite you to stop by and see her. We have launched the Chief AI Officer program this fall. It's one of the first in the nation, which is really designed to help leaders build AI governance, workforce readiness, and organizational capabilities. It should equip leaders with the skills and knowledge to navigate the complexities of AI in their organizations. So please stop by and see her. Across Mason, our faculty, students, and partners, through the leadership of our own Chief AI Officer, Amarta Shehu, are deeply engaged in understanding and shaping AI, from foundational research to ethics, policy, workforce development, and applied industry projects. At both Costello and the university, we're trying to take a holistic approach to AI. So we're integrating AI competencies into our curriculum, including a master's degree and certificates, building partnerships with government and industry to improve AI readiness, and really supporting research at the intersection of all the critical fields that are involved in this, responsible AI, data analytics, cybersecurity, and digital transformation. Overall, our goal is to really help both students and organizations prepare to adopt AI responsibly and strategically. Another example of George Mason's momentum is our Grand Challenges initiative. Andre Marshall, our VP of Research, will be here over these 2 days also to talk about some of the great work we're doing. But our Grand Challenge initiatives is a way to really marshal the university's interdisciplinary expertise. I was just having a conversation with James here talking about how the most interesting problems are at the intersections of fields. So really trying to find ways to make sure that we're collaborating across the university and across the region and across the world to solve some of the most critical problems. So the 6 identified challenge areas, although I will arguably admit there are more than 6 challenges in the world today, are advancing 21st century education for all, building a climate-resilient society, driving responsible digital innovation and sustainable infrastructure, very important part of today's and tomorrow's conversations, improving human health, well-being, and preparedness, pioneering space exploration, research, and collaboration, strengthening peace, trust, and engagement in democracy. AI is playing an increasingly central role in all of these challenges, regardless of where they are. The same spirit of collaboration is what brings us here together at this conference today. I'd also like to invite you to, as you're networking, talk to our faculty and colleagues here from Mason and Costello who are on the panel and in the audience about their interesting research related to these areas, AI, cybersecurity, digital transformation, and more. I'd also like to express our thanks and appreciation to some distinguished international guests. Some are joining us in person. I think some might be online, representing the International Academy of CIO and global public sector leadership. So a warm welcome to Ken Wang, who's the Director General, Ministry of Digital Affairs, Taiwan. Poomporn, I'm going to apologize for my name pronunciation, Tom Satidej, Assistant Dean for Digital and Future Workforce, College of Innovation, Thammasat University, Thailand. Young-Sik Kim, Senior Associate Expert, United Nations E-Government, Korea. And Xin-Chung Liao, Professor, National Cheng Chi University, Taiwan. So thank you all for joining us from so far away. We appreciate it and look forward to having more conversations with you. We're also pleased to recognize some distinguished guests. Jamie Holcomb, the Vice President for Commerce at USAI and the former CIO of the US Patent and Trademark Office. And Dr. Bill Hazel, CEO of Claude Moore Opportunities and former Secretary of Health for the Commonwealth of Virginia. So we thank you all for your leadership and your service in this area and look forward to hearing your insights. This event would also not be possible with our exceptional partners that you could see here on the screen, the International Academy of CIO, IBM, Cast Software, Emergent, and Red Hat. We really appreciate your support of this event and the work that we all do. Thank you also to Dr. J.P. Auffret for his leadership, so thank you. So today's program is a great opportunity for all of us to think, reflect, meet new collaborators, develop new partnerships, and hopefully come up with some great ideas to address the emerging challenges around AI, IT modernization, and really preparing ourselves, our students, our organizations in the world for the emerging challenges from AI. I encourage you to take full advantage of the next 2 days. Thank you for joining us here at George Mason and at the Fuse building in particular, and let's have a great opportunity. Thank you.